Okay. Let's make sure everything's running here. I think I need to kill this audio because it's kind of loud. Settings, sound. Let's just turn it down a little here. Perfect. Okay. So welcome to the stream today. We're going to be doing something a little bit different. I was turned on to a game last night. Anyway, so I was turned on to this game last night. It's called Romestead. And it's a new like survival crafting city management kind of game. And it's freaking awesome. So we're going to be playing that. There's a free demo out right now that's going to be available for like the next 2 weeks. It just came out yesterday. So I've played about 5 or 6 hours of the game so far, and it is phenomenal. Like, really, really good. So I'm going to host a little play session here today, and we're going to play some Romestead. So if you would like to join the world, you just need to friend me on Steam, which should be the same name. Should just be Survival Hermit, no space. Yeah, with a capital S and a capital H. And you can friend me on there if you'd like to play. Like I said, the demo is free. But yeah, this game is ridiculously good. So let's save this character right here. So this is going to be the character we're going to play. And we're going to create a new world right here. We're going to call it the Mountaintop. We're going to make it a regular sized world. We're going to create that. So this is going to go ahead and get the world started. If you do shoot me a friend request on Steam, then just let me know in the chat so that I can accept you, so that you can find the game. You do have to be like Steam friends in order to play multiplayer, apparently right now. I have spoken to some of the mods over on the Discord, and they did say that they do plan to set up dedicated server support when the game launches, probably. And they're also talking about adding mod support, which is also super cool. It looks like one of the players from the Discord is actually going to maybe go ahead and join us here as we play, which will be cool because I've never actually played with another person. So we're going to be seeing. We're going to be seeing how this goes. Now I have a really, really sort of low low spec computer. The game actually still runs really well on my machine. So hopefully running it as the host won't be terrible. We're gonna see how that works. I'm very excited. Very, very excited to see how that works. Okay. There's the world. We're gonna go ahead and jump in. And here we go. So this is the first little thing that you get into. Oh, catching a little getting started lag here. There we go. So this is the first little bit when you log in. It's going to give you a little tutorial over here. This takes up quite a bit of your screen, and I don't really like this opaque black border here. I feel like it covers up too much. They probably could simplify this a little bit, but it doesn't last very long. The tutorial is fairly short. So you move around with the WSAD keys, and you do all your combat by left clicking, and your character always faces wherever. And then you can also right click, and right clicking, like if you have a shield, it'll pull up your shield. If you have any offhand weapons, it does whatever the offhand is. Some of the two-handed weapons also trigger other effects. So super duper cool. And I mean, the combat in this game, you'll see shift does this little cool dash. Hey, there's that person. What's up? That's dope. I've never had another person in my world before. That's so cool. So there is no tether. At least that's what the devs told me yesterday. The mods, not the devs. The mods told me yesterday that there is no tether. So that player should be able to go wherever they want in the world without impacting me at all, which is super cool. Yeah, so when you have some things like this on the ground, you see this is a piece of flint right here. So you pick that up, and there's, like, you can't break it normally. So if you hit spacebar, you can pick things up. If you hit space again, you just put them down. But then you can also throw them in any direction, right? Just by clicking with your left click. So I can throw that at a rock there and pick me up some flint shards. And then I throw that other piece at it, and then there we go again. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking to collect some sticks and some flint, like it says down in the tutorial there. And we're going to use that flint, you know, just like Minecraft, just like a lot of these survival crafting games. We're going to use the flint in order to make our first little set of gear. And then we're going to move on. Now, the class that I chose for my character was a plebeian, which means that they started with basically nothing. So I'm going to be creating pretty much all of my gear from scratch here. So some really cool stuff happens. We'll actually go over this as we make these. But we're going to make ourselves a flint axe and a flint pick. And then we just need to get ourselves 2 more flints so we can make a weapon. Bammo. There we go. Your crafting thing is just in your inventory, which is I. But you'll see, if you look over here, your tools actually change the damage type of your main hand weapon when you attack things. So this is my attack, right? I've got a sword. I do this little 3 attack thing. But if I hit a rock, you'll see that it does mining damage instead. Now, I wasn't able to do this damage to the rocks before when I just had my fists because I didn't have that pick. And so as I tier up my pick, you still have the same attack pattern, right? I can attack this tree with my same 3 attack. But because I've got my axe on, then it allows me to do damage to the tree. It's all super duper cool. I really enjoy it. And then the last thing I'm actually going to want to do, it doesn't look like it's in here right now, but we're going to claim that. And then it's going to tell us, with a lumber axe equipped, your attacks can damage trees based on your lumber axe's power. Chop down a large tree by attacking it, place one of the logs on top of its tree stump, and chop it to produce wood planks. So this is actually another really cool... They did a lot of really cool stuff with how you interact with things. So we whacked that tree a bunch of times, and you see we've got these little logs. These little logs are just like these little pieces of rock here, where you can pick them up, you could throw them, you could do other stuff. But you pick up the log, you walk up to a stump, and you press spacebar to put it down, and you actually put it on the stump, and then if you interact with E, you break it into planks, and now I've got my planks. So I can just keep doing that, boom, and just break all these into some nice cool planks here, which is super fun. And there's a bunch of little interactions like that, where things interact in a really cool way. So now we're going to come back up here. This is like our starting point. So I'm going to go ahead and try and make some cool stuff. Let's get ourselves a shield so we can work with that. And it looks like I need some more sticks. Whoop. All right, I think we got enough sticks. So now, nope, still need one more stick. I got you, buddy. There we go. So now, just like every other survival crafting game, right, we got to make our workbench. We right-click to use, and now it'll let us place this down. And then we can place down our workbench, and we'll claim our reward here. And then we need to construct a town core. So this little flag structure right here is sort of what creates our town. And there's a radius around this structure once we create it that once we create it, that structure allows us to build a town within a radius there. And we can build as many towns as we want. And there's all kinds of really cool stuff that goes on with that. I haven't gotten super far in the game yet. But this is also how you build things. Hey, nice. That person brought the other little bit there. I'm going to bring these logs over. Sorry. So I brought those logs over. But now we construct and interact with the town core. That's cool. So I didn't construct the town core. I just interacted with it. This other player, Julius, actually constructed it. And yet it still gave me the little check mark on my tutorial here, which is awesome. So now he's going to set up an altar, and you'll see if we go get 3 rocks here. Nice. So Julius is going to bring the extra rock, and you can see you can throw those rocks into the spot. And now he's going to craft that as well. This altar is a super cool progression system. So what you're going to do here is you're going to make offerings to the gods. These are the gods up here. And the different things that you offer them give different bonuses. Oh, I didn't realize we actually share that same screen. That's cool. So you can offer different things to the gods, and you can gain XP. And as those gods level up, you get to increase, you get like global buffs based on which gods you give offerings to and stuff like that. It is an extremely, extremely deep and interesting system. And is just a lot of fun. So, yeah, it looks like Julius is going to make us another structure here. We've got empty houses. We've got another empty house. Oh, nice. 3 empty houses. Cool. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get all the pieces that we need here. Let me change some audio. I feel like some of this is maybe a little too loud. There we go. Yeah, but we break all these little things in here. And then we can just move these little bits and bobs. Yeah, so this is something that's super cool Julius is pointing out here, is you can enter the house. So the structure, this is your base house here. This is your personal house. But if you walk in the door, you get like a whole building. And that's true of all of the structures. You're going to see we're going to create some crafting structures. And we're going to go get some people. This is a whole city management game where you have to get citizens to come to your game or to come to your town. Hey, what's up, Damien? Sorry, I had my chat turned off there for a second. Sorry. But the town management of this game is really good, and I think the plan is actually to make it so you can like do trade runs between towns and all kinds of cool stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Water Lily? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. So normally when I would create a structure, I would press E here because I've got all the pieces, but you can see there's this red X right here. And that's because this tree is actually in the way. So if I break it, now you can see I can press E. And now we've got this little rhythm event that you go through that allows you to build this structure. And now we have another house. Yeah, so this is kind of the primary loop, right? You're building these cities, you're gathering up these materials, and you're just trying to progress the city and progress your character and all that other stuff. What's he building over here? Ooh, we got a rat. Come here, rat. Booyah, punk. So this is going to be a lumber yard. So we're going to break these rocks in here because we have to anyway. And bammo. And breaking these rocks is going to give us these little stones here that it wants. And then we're going to go find ourselves some trees so that we can bring some wood over there. And so the game will actually throw that in there. So the game will actually kick out any resources that we don't need. So we can usually just like leave stuff in there and it'll be fine. But we need a piece over here anyway. And then what's this going to be? This is going to be the leather worker. So now it's getting to be nighttime. So the story of this game is that Rome fell. People stopped worshiping the gods. And so the gods like vanished from the world. And then basically Rome burned to the ground. And now all the citizens of Rome are zombies. And so at nighttime, the zombies come out. And so we're going to see that. And they come out in like massive hordes. It's actually kind of crazy. So as we move away from the city a little bit here, you're going to see there's one. So as soon as I aggro one, it pulls like all the zombies around. I guess that one was by itself. There's another one. But combat in this game is really, really smooth because this dash is super good. There's not a ton. You can see I can be like attacking and then I can just dash away. The timing and balance and stuff on the weapons is really very good. But I have just been so impressed with this game just overall. There's another little zombie dude, and he's got a little buddy over here. What's up, nerd? Get fucked. But yeah, I mean, everything about this game is just really cleanly made. And the whole core game loop is really well done and complete already. So here's our lumber mill. So this gives us a city. Here, we'll go look. So if we look in here, you can see the lumber mill gives us an available citizen slot. So now if we go find a person, we can actually get somebody working in our lumber mill. This person defends your main town and like blows stuff up. But the problem is it'll blow up your structures also. Our campfire just got destroyed. But yeah, so you can bring a citizen and they'll be a lumberjack and they'll actually level up as a lumberjack. And that has a really interesting gameplay implication later because you can actually sacrifice your citizens to the gods for favor. And the higher their levels, the more favor they get with specific gods based on what skill they have leveled. And it's really, really sort of morbid, but I love it. I think it's great. This little dude right here, so they pick up, this is like some sort of a golem, and they pick up random resources, and they use them as a head. But they'll come steal your stuff. That guy just stole my wood piece off of this structure. But we're going to go ahead and build this thing. So bam. How much is this game, Cristocho? This is a free demo right now. The game's not actually out. The demo is going to be available, they said, until March 3rd. Although they did say that they might extend that. So, yeah, for now, we've got a couple of weeks to kind of play and mess with the game here. So I want to spend a little time. I want to build a nice city. You know, I want to play with any of y'all that maybe want to play. So all you have to do, I'm Survival Hermit on stream or on Steam as well. You have to be my Steam friend to come join my world because I'm hosting it. But if you friend me on Steam, I'll accept you. And then you're welcome to come We need to make our fire again. Because I need some food. What do I need? Looks like I need 1 piece of coal. Because I'm going to die. And if you die, you do have to do a corpse run. Ooh, we got clay right here. Nice. Oh, they said they added being able to chop down tree stumps. No way. Oh, nope. Maybe there's a way to chop down tree stumps in your city. Maybe that's what they were talking about. Yeah, but I need to go find a coal so I can make us another campfire here. Those pigs are super hard to kill. They're pretty beefy. Get some poison mushrooms here. There's so many little bits to gather. There's so many little crafting recipes already. This game has a lot of like Terraria influence, I think, in like how complex its crafting system is. And what some of its crafting system looks like, as well as its itemization. You'll get to see a little later as we start to get some drops and stuff like that. Oop, there's some coal. That there's a really interesting itemization system in this game. And I think it's going to be super fun. Super duper fun. Oh, that thing almost killed me. What a jerk. But let's go over here. Let's get ourselves a campfire. You just right click on things to use them after you make them in your inventory like that. And then I can go over here and I can craft myself a couple of foods. And then I can put those down here on my hotkey. And I can go ahead and eat up and get a little health back here. It's not a ton, but it's enough. So now what we want to do is we want to go kill some things and find some foods and stuff like that. And then we'll really start getting going with the construction and stuff. So you really have to range around and explore in this game because you can't craft anything like gear, like armor and stuff, without finding people to inhabit your city. Ooh, nice, lots of coal. So we actually have to go through and we have to go find some citizens here before we can even make leather armor. And so I want to show you all that because it's a really cool crafting system for some of your basic gear. And then, of course, there's lots of stuff that you can find. The bosses have gear sets, and that's really cool. There's also a perfect block. So if you block right when an enemy goes to attack you, you get a perfect block. And I think you do more damage on the next attack, is what it seemed like. Then you've got, like, dungeons. There's a little dungeon right here. Always break these boxes like this, because they almost always have cooked food. As you see, I got a little cooked meat in there. And then you heard that sound just now. That dink. Hey, there you go. You got some cooked meat too. So let's go ahead and put this. This meat is even better. So you'll see this gives me 10 health. Gives me the well-fed bonus. This gives me 20 health and then gives me a 20 health regen effect. So I'm going to go ahead and eat that. And then let's go down here with our buddy. And we've got a crypt here. So this is a spawner. And all we have to do is break the spawner here. But it's going to spawn lots of little duders while we do it. But then we break our spawner here. And then all this other stuff. There's so many breakable things in here. So this is kind of like a chest. We're actually going to see a big chest over on the other side. Let's go look at it real quick. Because there's no spawner left. So we got some planks, but this is really what you're looking for. Yo, what up, Grizz? This is Romestead. It's a survival crafting city management game that is currently having an open demo for like the next 2 weeks. It's a free-to-play demo. And I'm a big fan of Splattercat, and so I watched some Splattercat yesterday, and he was showing this off, and it is fucking good. Like, oh my god, good. But I'm actually hosting a multiplayer session right now. The demo is free to play, so if you have any interest in survival crafting games, you are welcome to come and play in my little world. You do have to friend me on Steam. My Steam name is just Survival Hermit, but yeah, so you can, I broke that chest there, so now I have a chest that I'll be able to place back in my city. I can't just place it anywhere. It has to be within a city limit, but I'll be able to place that now. So I have a chest. And then just every time you do anything, you see my skills are increasing down here. So if we go up to skills and favors, as you gain experience, you gain favors, which is this whole skill tree here. So lots of different little stuff that you can choose to do. I haven't gotten very far in this at all. I've gotten to like this point. I haven't used any of these, right? Magic power, overall armor. There's just so much going on with this game. And like I said, it's just in a demo state right now. So there's 3 of the bosses are available, 3 of the biomes are available, and then 15 different dungeons are in the game right now. So honestly, it feels very much like just a completed game. The fact that this is just a demo, I mean, it runs so clean. You see I'm hosting this session right now. There's another player in the game. There's no tethering, no anything like that. This other player can just go run around, do whatever they want. Yeah, there's Julius saying hi, YouTube. That's the other player down here. The chat. Okay. Add somebody else. I don't see him in my Steam. Oh, that's probably his YouTube. Okay. Got it. Yeah, but you see that dude picks that up, and they'll actually throw their heads at you, and then pick up another one, and then throw it at you. They're crazy. All the enemies in this game are so cool. But we now have a completely different weapon. And we actually have 2 weapon setups here, right? We have, we can do a swap, and we can quick swap with F. So let's do a swap. Let's put that on there. Let's see, can I make some arrows? Yeah, I can. I've actually never used a bow before. So let's go ahead and equip that. And let's see. Nice. Okay. I can get behind that. So, oh, that's cool. So left click has a special attack where you shoot 3 like that. Or sorry, right click. And then left click is your like one attack. And you'll see, even with a ranged weapon, I can hit this tree and do my no ammo. But I can hit that tree and I can do my mining damage and my axe damage. So it doesn't matter what weapon I'm using. Because I can always... And that goes real far. That's awesome. Oh, no, it's not doing mining damage. Okay, so I do have to have a melee weapon. Oh, I was wrong. I like the way this move happens, right? I can hold this and we're moving, just sort of slowly. You can make roads in this game, and when you run on the roads, you do more damage, or you run super fast. I don't know why I was saying you do more damage. This right here, that egg, is how you summon the boss. Yeah, so this is the boss right here. You break that egg, and the boss comes down and beats the shit out of you. We're definitely not ready for that yet. We don't even have any gear. But we've picked up some things, so let's get back to the town. And let's go put some stuff in some chests and do some stuff like that. I still haven't figured out what these things are for. You can set up a fire right here in front of this. So if you press E on it, it says, the sign depicts an open fire on the ground. And I can actually go in here and I can make myself a little fire. And I can put it right there, and then that lights up. I have no fucking clue what that does. I do it every time I see one of those. Oh, nice. We got a bunch of good cooked meats. Oh, I'm way off. But yeah, so I keep doing that, but I don't actually know what it does. It's just a thing that happens. But, so I've got one more thing that I think is really important to show you all. Sort of one last mechanic that is insanely cool about this game. And that is the carts. So we're going to come back over here and we're going to make some carts. So this is your construction screen. This tells you all the structures you have available. As you get more god favor with different gods, you unlock different structures. Different gods have different domains, and so you get different structures based on which gods you're getting favor with. But here, we're going to go ahead and make ourselves some carts, because the coolest thing happens when you make carts. Oh, it looks like they got a citizen. Looks like Julius got a citizen. So there's a citizen inside of the woodcutting station right now. And because of that, they're actually gathering up those logs for us. And so now we can just bring those logs down to our little structure here that we're building. And then I press E and I construct. And every time you do any constructing, right, this is giving me XP. My construction skill just increased. And all of those skill level increases are just giving you little bonuses, right? Increased damage done with swords by 0.3%, reduces energy cost from blocking, increase woodcutting damage, increase mining, construction, increases the progress done by each hit by 1.6%. So there's all these cool little things going on, but now I have a cart. And this cart just follows me around, but it helps me pick up resources. So there's a couple of really cool things about the carts. Number one, I can just pick up an item, and then I press space to put it down, and if I'm near the cart, it goes in the cart. And then I just press space again, and I pull it out. The other thing I can do is I can throw the item, and it'll actually go in the cart, which is super cool, that just works like that. And then the last thing I can do is I don't even have to let go of the cart to pick stuff up. If I get close, it just pops right in there. Now a cart carries 4 items, so I can only have, 4 logs or 4 rocks, or a combination of 4 of either of those things, or ores or whatever. We put that bad boy down, and we're gonna knock this tree down real quick. And then it's going to drop us some stuff. And then we're just going to go right next to them here. And we're going to pick those up. And then, so this is really cool. You don't even have to take the logs out of the cart. Check this out. In the cart, they count. And then I can just start constructing with the logs in the cart. And then just like it kicks me out, it kicks the cart out. Now here is a really crazy thing. Is we can put this cart right here. We can get this cart. And then we can do the same thing that we normally do with things to pick them up. And we walk that cart next to it. And now we have a train of 2 carts. Now your carts can be damaged, so you do have to be careful if enemies come around you or anything like that. And then we can just take this. And so this is actually a road right here. Notice how I walk super fast. So that's a road. And then I walk slow here. And then I walk much faster on the road. So we're going to use the road and a train of carts to help ourselves get more resources. Because it's easy. Because it's easy to just get resources and move them around right here on this path. Let's go ahead and eat some grub. Nice. Julius has perished. No, Julius. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? But yeah. And we're just going to keep going at it here. Eventually, we'll get all leather equipment up. If you die, you lose everything. Yes. Well, not everything. Most of the time, your equipped gear seems to stay on you. You lose everything in your inventory. Or it falls on the ground. I guess you don't really lose it. And you do have to, like, go back and pick it up again. I don't personally like the corpse runs. I'm not really a big fan. I'd prefer to just keep my stuff. But it doesn't really hurt me. Now we're going to make another cart. Oh, this fucking nerd. Yeah, there are quests. They're pretty basic. They're not quests in the same sense that you would, like, go talk to a person and they would give you a quest and, like, point you in a really specific direction. The first quest that I have here, so this is the God Altar right here. We constructed this super early. And so what we do here is we, like, give stuff to the gods. So let's see. Potions are actually really valuable. So I can give a potion and you'll see... Oh my god. I died. Good stuff. Alright, let's get all my loot back. But yeah, so I can offer this potion, and you'll see this god right here is going to get a ton of favor. And so let's do another one here. There we go. So we got a level in Ceres here. And so if we click Ceres, we now have a worship point that we can put. So we can, like, get the ability to construct farmsteads here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then they give you quests as well. So for example, my first quest right now is the giant owl quest, who is the first boss. And as soon as I kill him, it's actually going to open up a ton of different quests down here. It's going to give us access to the second tier altar, which I don't even know if we can build in the demo. It's going to give us access to the material storage and the blacksmith and a ton of other structures. You can also build, like, walls and stuff around your city to protect yourself from those bad dudes. But yeah, so instead of being a really explicit quest, uh, this quest just wants us to go kill the owl and bring back its eye. But it doesn't like tell us where that is. No, actually. So your characters are like your enshrouded character. They're independent of the world that you're on. So you can um you can move your character between worlds anytime you want to. You can also, like, I started this world, I'm hosting this world, but I could also play this world solo. So this world exists now. No, so right now you can't stay in the world. You can't stay in this same world. You would have to create a new world to go move your character into. Then you'd have to build your own city and do all that stuff. They are saying, I did ask in the Discord about dedicated servers so that you could have always on servers. And they did say that is in the plan, is they want to create dedicated servers. Just like, you know, your Minecraft servers and stuff like that that are always on. I don't know exactly when the game is going to come out in its full release, because this is just the demo right now. But when that happens, honestly, I might just go ahead and make a dedicated server for this game. Because I mean, just stuff like this. Look at this. This is so cool. And I can train as many carts as I want. And we've got this road right here. And so we can just run down this road super fast, gathering up all these materials. And you've got this whole city you're building, and you can build more cities. And the map is huge. So, like, this dude doesn't even have to hang out here if he doesn't want to. He can go anywhere on the map. He could go build his own city, like, in the middle of nowhere, if he really wanted to. Obviously, the further you get away from this starting point, the harder things get. So that probably wouldn't be the best idea. But the game is just super cool. Oop, I hit the altar. Yeah, so let's go check out. Let's go into, so this is our leather shop, and we actually have a citizen here now. And this storage right here is specifically, it does have a tutorial. It's extremely short. It just gets you to start building your first little town. And that's pretty much it. And then everything else, it just kind of leaves you to figure out on your own. I think you can look at more tutorials as you do new things, so you can like read more info. But I haven't really needed. Everything's pretty intuitive. I haven't really felt like I couldn't figure anything out. But this storage right here is specifically storage for the leather shop. So I can put these resources in this box here, and then I go over here and I look, and you'll see inside of this chest, I have 6 leathers, and it takes 2 leathers to make a hood. So I'm going to go ahead and order up some leather stuff there so we can get that made. So our next big task here is going to be to try and get ourselves armored. So we're going to go looking around for some wolves or some boars or some goats, because all 3 of those things can give us can give us leather. I'm really bad with the bow. I don't even know what this is. There's an axe inside of this. And when I click it, it never gives me anything. So I don't actually know what I'm getting there. But okay. We'll pick it up anyway. Dope. Oh, shiznit. It's a bear. Oh, you can shotgun them. Oh, I got stuck on something. Nice. Got a ton of leather, and then we got the cured hide, so that's another tier of leather that we just got there. Which is awesome. Oh, did I just hear a goat? I think I heard a goat. Ooh. Nerd. Nice. Got some cheese. I like cheese. Oh, shiznit. Gotta run errands. Hope to catch you later if you're on still. Yeah, I'll be on for a few hours, Grizz. Have fun on your errands. Boom. Yeah, I mean, this is how games should be made right here. Look at how well this game is running. I mean, just the ability to have two people in the game, literally anywhere they want to be, and to be able to play as smoothly as we're able to play right now is just peak game right now. There are so many, I mean, if you look back at like Ark Survival Evolved, you know, you always had the tether and stuff like that. But because the game is graphically fairly simple, even though it's mechanically and gameplay fairly complex, it means that, you know, I'm playing this game on a literal fucking toaster right now. And it's running super smooth as the host, running the game for another player. And we're just getting to run around and work together and do whatever we need to do completely independently. Oh, I'm starting to get a little bit of a weird, when I angle down a certain way, it's kind of hitching on me here. That's kind of interesting. But I am just so impressed by how well the game runs and how good the gameplay of the game feels. Put some more stuff in there. We'll go talk to this dude. We'll get him to make us a leather chest piece. Yeah, it looks like we just need some more leather. So we're just going to keep going after it. Nice. Another chest. These chests are super cool. They'll just be around. Sometimes you can find them like inside bushes and shit like that. Let's see if we can find one. Oh, actually, I need to go break this chest because I want to take it home. Just in case I need it. Oh shit, it's a special bear. Check that out. That bear's got double and a little bit health. And it'll do like special attacks and stuff. I've never seen a bear like that. I've seen some other enemies like that. Sometimes when you kill them, they like explode into 4 regular enemies of their type. So while that would be super valuable, as far as like how much leather and cured leather and stuff that I would get from that enemy, there's no way that I can kill that. I would get the shit kicked out of me. We'll have to try and remember where that is and maybe come back to it later. Looks like we got another one of these little... This isn't even a dungeon. It's just a little... like underground thing. And it'll just have some enemies, some zombies, and stuff in it. Not too bad. Yeah, it's just got this one little jobber over here. So we'll just kill these zombies and beat on this thing. I really want to get all my leather gear and get some magic and go kill the first boss. So y'all can see itemization right now is obviously super, super basic because, you know, I'm just wearing super regular flint gear. But as soon as you start killing the boss, hey, there we go. We got a trinket. So this trinket will go in one of my trinket slots over here. It's going to give me plus 4% crit chance. So that's super cool. But just really, really interesting sort of ARPG-like itemization with things that have lots of affixes and stuff like that. And so I know that y'all can't really experience it if you're not actively playing, but the combat in this game feels really good. The blocking is clean, the swinging is clean. You'll see we've got a couple of different types of weapons. We've got hammers, we've got spears. They did one of the things that I've really been looking for in games in general for a long time, and that is I can actually equip a spear and a shield, which makes me super happy. I might actually have the ability, let's see, a hasta. I need some sticks. Let's go ahead and make one of those. All right, so we craft our hasta. Now the hasta has extremely slow attacks, but it has this cool attack. Yo, what's up, Slate? So this is the normal hasta attack, and it's fairly slow. But I also get to use my shield, so you can see I can be like a hoplite or a phalanx. But if I hold it, it charges up and does this cool multi-attack. And I like that a lot. And so you can even do that on like mining and stuff like that. So your mining damage, you still use your weapon, but then your mining damage is affected by the type of pickaxe you have and by your mining level. And so I still get to use this same weapon effect to do my mining with, which is fucking cool. I think that's just a super interesting way to go about that. Things are getting a little bit laggy here. And we just want to keep looking around for some more boars and stuff like that. We still need lots and lots of leather, especially because there's 2 of us in here. Like I said, anybody else who would like to play, it's a free demo right now for this game. So I'm hosting a world. So if anybody else would like to play, you just got to friend me on Steam and then tell me that you did. And I'll go add you, and then you should be able to find my game. And anything that you do, any character you create, or anything like that on this world, even though you can only play on this world while I'm here, you can take your character to other worlds. So your character isn't locked here. Those fat dudes just tried to explode me. Oh my god, that dude threw his head at me. Oh my god. Get blocked. Nerd. Hey, it's a piggy. Ooh, it's 2 piggies. That's gonna be hard. Ooh, 3 piggies. That's gonna be real hard. I can't quite get the block off after 2 attacks there. My attack speed is just slightly off. Oh shit, oh shit. Thankfully, I brought a shitload of food with me, so we're good. I just killed a ton of piggies, so we ought to be good for leather. So let's go on back to the city. What are we building here? Some food storage. We got some farmland. Nice. We'll need to make a farmstead next to that. Let's go over here. And let's make some leather shoes. And let's put all of our leather away so that our friend here can use some. Oop. And then we'll get ourselves equipped. Nice. Let's put the cured leather in there. So this person is actually going to start leveling up. Ooh, we definitely want one of these. But you'll see we've got cured hides here. And then you can look, there's thick leather hoods. So right now our leather worker, Titus, is only level 1. But as he creates more stuff, he'll eventually become a level 2 leather worker. And then we're going to be able to make all this other stuff. So you level them up, but this crazy thing happens. So at the altar, you can sacrifice your citizens, and they give +5 as a baseline to each god. But their levels in different skills increase the amount of worship points you get for each god. So you can make really high level citizens, and then when you make high level citizens and sacrifice them, you can get a ton of favor with the different gods. So we're going to take this. So this is really cool. These magic scrolls are actually offhands. So you can see here, when I right click, I shoot that magic, but it's actually 2 spells. So we right click to shoot a magical bolt that I'm really bad with. And then I can hold right click and you'll see I charge up, and now I cast a stone skin. So now I get +4 armor for 30 seconds. So they make a lot of really good use of using things like holds and stuff like that to do certain things. And then you'll see I just got a daily report. We lost our structure here. Let's put it back. So you can come over here, and this is your like city control thing. So you've got your 2 dudes. They don't seem like they're super happy. You can move them around. You can choose to have them in different places. You can do all that. We've got food storage. We probably need to go ahead and get this working here. So let's go get our wood. We need 1 more wood. The fact that the special attacks of the weapon you're using also get used for your gathering and stuff is just peak awesome, in my opinion. I don't think we actually need this second food storage, but I'm going to go ahead and cook up some chops here. Let's see, I want these for myself because they're really good healing. And then we'll make these for the citizens. And so now we can just go right up here to the food storage, dump that in there. We can feed them mushrooms. We can give them all kinds of stuff. But yeah, so we're all leathered out. We've got our magic. So let's go see about maybe doing the boss with our friend here. The boss has a couple of phases. It starts fairly simply, and then it starts using lots of lightning attacks and stuff. But it also drops like a special gear set and some stuff like that. So yeah. I've got a couple of potions here. Let me actually split these up. I love that I can just throw stuff out for that dude. That's awesome. This dude is having so much fun. All right. So here's our little egg here. This place is a lot more congested than I'm used to. But now the dude's going to come down. You got to, yeah, use your dodge. There you go. Nice. Now he's going to fly towards me. Oh, that fucking sucked. Yeah, so this first phase is fairly easy. He walks towards you. He does that little beak slam attack. He does that little fly attack. Since he's focused on the other guy, I'm going to melee him a little bit. There we go. Oh, no. Oh, shit. I got killed. That little piggy fucked me up. I'm coming back. But you'll see I still have my gear. I just don't have my inventory. So I'm going to run back up here. Hopefully my ally doesn't die. Run away! Let's see if I can find my stuff. Nice. Okay, we're good. Now let's go murder this nerd. We're going to go ahead and use our power up here. Get our armor up. Nice. I didn't think about that. We can totally shotgun. Okay, so now we're into the second phase. Oh, fuck. Let's go ahead and eat up. So now he's doing these lightning attacks. So a lot of his attacks are going to be empowered by lightning now. So we have to be pretty careful. Ooh, that hurt. Let's go ahead and eat up a food here. Yeah, and now when he does that beak slam, it doesn't just hit right down on top of him. It, like, follows me. So he gets way more difficult when that lightning stuff starts coming out. But we're definitely going to be able to get him here. We're going to get in there and whack him a little bit with this. Come over here. Boom. Hey, good job, Julius. Way to not die. Fantastic work. And so now when we look in here, we open up this chest. Tons and tons of stuff in there. He drops so that when we go back, and let's take this chest with us too. Yeah, so that's the helmet right there that he drops. That's like the unique helmet item. He's got a full set. He's got boots. I haven't ever gotten the chest, but I've gotten the boots and the helmet a couple of times. So we'll be able to come back and kill this boss and go after that stuff. Sort of over and over again. But he drops some crafting materials, feathers and talons, I believe. And then he drops an eye, which is the quest that we were in the middle of doing. Oh, there's a duder out here. I don't think we have room. Okay, so we need to get another space in the town so we can get that dude. But, yeah. Let's go put a bunch of things in the storage here. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so, Julius, if you come and offer up that eyeball that you got, that'll complete the quest for us. And then we can actually go look at the other quests and see. what other things they want us to do. And we need... I'm just going to move these logs. So he can only stack 3 logs there. And if the stack is full, then he stops getting more logs. But you've got a stump right here that you can just use to break these into planks, which is cool. And then I can just stack them up. All right. Did he put in the offering there? Oh, super dope. Thanks. So we can go to offerings, and this is the quest thing here. So we can just put the eyeball in there, and we offer it. And then when we go down to our quests, we can see, oh, okay, we've got the quest done. We can claim our rewards. And now we have new quests. No, I'm pretty sure these are global. I think... because all the bonuses are also global, right? You could, the farmstead thing, I think, is a global. So I think everybody should have these quests now. If we offer a granite tooth, which I guess is the next boss, then we'll unlock the logistics tent, which actually allows you to get these people to like set up assembly lines and move resources around and stuff like that. So just all kinds of super cool shit. But yeah, I mean, we're just going to slowly build our city. And, bring more people to it. And we'll start ranging out further and further away and getting new stuff. Right now, I think the demo goes all the way up to bronze. So we're getting copper stuff right now. And then later we'll go to the desert and we'll be able to get tin. And then we'll be able to make bronze gear. But that's all going to be kind of locked behind needing to level up our crafters and stuff like that. Oh, that's cool. There's a rock on there. I didn't realize you could put a rock on there. That's interesting. But yeah, if we go look in here now. Oh, not here. If we go look here, you see we've got a bunch of new structures, right? We can build a material storage. We can build a blacksmith. We can build a carpenter workshop. We can build this farmstead now. Just tons and tons of different things that can get made. So I actually want to go ahead and make some of these. So let's get a blacksmith. We might need to make it like, well, no, I don't want to make it here. I want to make the storage, the item storage here, because I want to use this road to like travel around and shit. I think that stump is in the way right there. So we can actually de-stump inside of our town. So let's go around, let's get rid of all of the little stumps that we might have, because they get in the way of being able to build stuff. And you get little saplings of some of the bigger trees. So we'll have to go pick those up. Oop. And then if you move too far away, but here we go. Let's build our blacksmith right there. So that says that we need some buckets of clay. There's actually clay pretty close by here. But what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to come down here and get a log. And then we can just stand in this, right? We don't have to put the log down. If it's in our hands and we're standing inside the zone, then it counts. Oh my god, check it out. That guy's running away with our fucking resources. That's awesome. I love that these guys, these golems, have like an obsession with these resources. And they'll come and they'll steal your carts and shit. Which is, I mean, just awesome. So you kind of have to be careful when you're running around, because they'll come take your shit. But we're going to make some buckets here. Because, and you can actually carry these buckets. So the carts are just the VIPs of this game. Because you can carry the buckets in the carts. And then we'll take our carts over here. The clay that I saw was over here somewhere. Whoops. Whoops. Your carts can get like stuck on things. So you have to be kind of careful. Where's the clay at? I know I saw it right over to the right here. We got ghoulies coming. Oh no. Oop, there it is. So they make everything super easy and intuitive in this game when it comes to using stuff. So I'm standing on the clay. I've got a bucket. Boom, we press E. And we're good. Then we pick up another bucket. Boom, clay. And then we pick up another bucket. Boom, clay. And you can do that with water. You can do that with whatever. But we're just going to come up over here. And we're just going to put this stuff in here. So it looks like we need 1 more rock and 3 more trees. So we're going to get a tree there. And then we need to clear out some of this stuff. And you'll see even destroying some of this. Some of these ruins is also giving me mining XP. So I'm just XPing up as we go here. Whoops. Yeah, so 1 more rock. And 2 more logs. There's 1. There's 2. And then we construct. And it's going to kick everything out. So I've got all my carts and stuff like inside this structure. But then it just, boom, kicks all of them out. It leaves me my empty buckets inside of there. So we're all kind of good to go. And then now we have a blacksmith. So we just need to go ahead and get some copper. So the blacksmiths is actually pretty interesting. The way you work the blacksmith is that outside area right there is actually where you go to use to make like copper bars. So you'll see, I'm going to walk right up to it and I'm going to throw this coal in there and then bammo, it's going to turn that bad boy on. And so now if I get some copper, I can throw the copper in there and it'll smelt me out some copper bars. So I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to run down the road here. And the reason I'm going to run down the road is it's going to allow me to travel a lot of distance really easily with my carts here. Whoops. Every now and then, if you catch a little bit of lag, it makes you drop your cart, which is a little unfortunate because it makes playing together a little tough. But now you'll see we've got, oh, we got a lot of copper over here. So this is definitely where we want to be. Oh, shiznit. Oh, shiznit. Oh, God. I like dashed myself into a fucking corner there. Like an idiot. That was awesome. We also get daily town reports. So we can look over here and we can see that Antonius became a level 2 lumberjack. And we'll actually go look at that in just a second, because you'll get to see that instead of +5 worship to one of the gods, he actually gives you +15 now. Because he's leveled up. So you could keep leveling him up as a lumberjack, or you could level him up as something else. I don't need that. So check this out. You see this bush? You see how it looks like it has something inside of it? It does. So we just opened up that chest. So there's a chest inside that bush. There's also chests and beehives inside of logs sometimes. So we can go ahead and pull everything out of that chest, get ourselves a free chest. And now we get to come over here and get our copper. And we can just pick up these coppers. And we can just throw them. And they go right into our carts. And then we just pull the carts up this way. We're going to kill this nerd because he'll actually steal our carts. Because he's a jerk. And then we just bring this stuff down here. And that's going to just about fill us up. So we either need like another cart, or we'll have to make another trip. And then we just get to use the road, and you see we run super fast on the road. And then we just drag our little cart up here. I can't believe that you get to train the carts together like this. And so I've got 3 right now. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's all I can have. I was running around with 4 when I was playing by myself yesterday. And so now we can just come over here. And we just boop. Nope. But we just throw our 4 straight in there, and you'll see, boom, now we got a bunch of copper bars. And we'll just wait for that to all finish up. Nice. And now, so we've got all our copper bars. We don't actually have a person working in here right now. So we can't necessarily do anything. We'll have to go find a duder. But there was a duder up over this way. So let's go see about snagging him up. And we'll get ourselves a blacksmith. Oh, look at all these goats. Catching a little bit of lag right now. While I'm trying to fight these goats. Ow. Jackass. There's the egg. Oh, is he gonna fight that again? Nice. Yeah, so if you keep fighting it, you keep getting more drops. I really want to find... I know there was a citizen over here somewhere. Oh, fuck me. Alright, let's go help our friend here. You can see we just keep getting stronger. And this just kind of tends to get easier. Oh. Dodged. Haha. Oop, didn't dodge that one. Oh, I have no ammo. Ooh, didn't dodge that one either. Yeah, go attack that other guy. Let me heal up a little here. Nice. Fantastic work. And then you'll see we're going to get... Yeah, we got a pair of boots that time. But you get talons and all that other stuff in there. So now... Oh, you can have that eye back, dude. It actually makes a crafting thing now. I think you mix the eye and a feather to make a thing that'll respawn the boss. We'll have to get a little further down our path now. But yeah, you can see he's got his boots on, he's got his helmet on. There's a whole cool, like, gear set with the boss. And that's just the first boss. There should still be 2 more bosses available in the demo. And I haven't even seen either one of them. I've got about 5 or 6 hours in the game. But I keep, like, restarting and stuff. Because I want to learn things and try new stuff and figure things out. Gosh, where's this person? I know there was a person around here somewhere. I want to get a blacksmith. Yeah, but this is 100% one of the most fun survival games I think I've ever played. The combat is engaging. The city management is engaging. Everything about this game is very well done. At this point, it seems to me like a lot of what they have to do left, because so many of the core systems work so well, it seems like a lot of what they have to do left is mostly just going to be about adding variety right? So more items, more tiers of resources, more biomes, more bosses, stuff like that. And some of that is going to come with um, some mechanical work, but they have a phenomenal foundation right now. The game is running and playing and working extremely well. Kind of surprised there's not a person, but it looks like there might be a chest inside of this log. You can kind of see it in there. Yeah. Oh shit, we got a hammer. Check this out. So hammers are two-handers. But they've got two attacks. So you've got your regular attack, which is just a sideways swing. And I just beat that dude's ass. So you've got just your regular attack. You can also do it as you're going forward. You can kind of move as you're doing the swing. So it's just like when you're holding your shield out. You can kind of move real slow. And then the other attack is this slam that uses up a ton of stamina. And I've never actually hit anything with it. Because I suck. Oh, that's got such a huge knockback. That's so awesome. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that feels so good. Takes a little more timing to use the hammer. And it's not really my cup of tea. But that was super cool. But yeah, I mean, just as they add more classes of weapon, and they start, you know, developing the game more and more. Here's something cool. You can fall in the water and take damage. Same thing happens if you, like, fall off a cliff. Oh shit, I'm doing 4 DPS. That's funny. Yeah, but I'm gonna walk around in the desert here and see if I can't find myself another dude. Ooh, there's gonna be a path down underneath here. That's cool. There's so many, like, hidden things in this game. Little trap doors and stuff like that, but we'll go down in here. Ooh. We got a big room, tons of boxes. I'm gonna get a ton of meat out of here, it looks like. The problem is I gotta kill all these enemies first. Oh, fuck me. I didn't have my shield equipped because I've been using that magic. I'm actually really bad without the shield. I should have casted my stone skin so I would have taken less damage. I keep forgetting about that. I only ever really use it as a ranged attack. As you all, I'm sure, know, I'm very bad at video games. But that's okay. There's just that one enemy left up there. So we'll just go up there. We'll murk that dude. We'll get our stuff back. No harm, no foul. But do we have to come from that side? That's cool. I'd never noticed that before. Boom. Alright, let's go ahead and cast our stone shield here. How do I get in here? Oh, okay, I could break that. For a second, I thought that I wasn't going to be able to actually break that. Also, there we go. Thought I was going to get a bunch of cooked cut meat. These ones with the little X's on them tend to drop meat or planks or coal fairly often. And then sometimes, oh, there is a person in here. Nice. There's a little caged citizen. So we can talk to her. And so she's got gluttonous. She requires 1 more food cost. But you've got 9 efficiency, 8 expertise, 0 happiness, 1 food cost, +1 for gluttonous, 105% experience gain, so she'll actually level up faster, and then 100% loyalty gain. And then we can go ahead and send her to town. And then when we get back, we'll make sure that she's in the place we want her. I really can't wait for this game to maybe have a dedicated server, because I think this game would be super fun with just a bunch of people. We'll go ahead and open up this chest. Nice. Got ourselves another trinket here. So this ring gives us 8% melee damage and +2 health. So we're going to go ahead and equip that. Oh shit, it's nighttime. I'm gonna get murdered. I want to see if maybe there's a chest in here. Oh, no chest in that one. Go fell in the water. Oh, that's awesome. All right. So we've got... Do we have an actual blacksmith now? Let's go see. Yeah, we have a blacksmith. We got an extra little person over here. So this is a structure over here that allows for 3 people to join your city. And so it's basically just like a storage spot for extra people, which is cool. But now that we have a person here, let's make sure... Oh, we need sticks. There we go. But now that we have a person here, we can look in here. We get our next tier of pickaxes and axes. Go ahead and use up the stuff there, Julius. But you've got your next tier, your copper gladius. You've got some nails and stuff. You need these nails to make the next tier of leather armor. But you also have the full copper armor. So this is all melee. You've got the copper shield, some better arrows. This grappling hook allows you to reach out and grab like logs and things like that that you can carry above your head. So you can like snatch them from far away. But then you'll see here that we've got access to our bronze tier of gear, which requires bronze bars, which is made by mixing copper and tin. So we'll get to our copper tier here, and then in a little while we'll go try and find, well, not a little while, probably in a day or two, we'll go, you know, try and get some tin. Then you also have the quick stack, which means you can just take anything that already exists out of your inventory and put it right in there, which is really nice. We'll go ahead and put that in there, put that in there. I don't actually need most of this stuff. A lot of it we can just... So one of the great things about this game is... you have an ability to keep your inventories really clean if you want. Because you can just offer basically everything to the gods. So if things were starting to get a little crowded in here, right? Like we've got too many chests, or we don't need this flint anymore because we're beyond that. We don't need that flint. We don't need this regular bow. Honestly, we probably don't need all these chests. And so then we can bring this over here and we can go to offerings. Control plus left click is your split. And the reason I do that is because when you put an item in here, it's currently undiscovered. But then when I offer it, now when I put it in here, it's going to tell me, okay, I'm going to get 96 worship. And this is the god that it's going to give me that on. So now we've unlocked Venus. And so we can now go to Venus and we have this worship point. And we can choose like, hey, do we want attack speed? Do we want all players have energy? I think we're going to get attack speed. And again, this is a global buff for this world. So now all players in the world gain that 5% attack speed. It's not just me. And then we unlocked Venus. So we get to claim that reward because we completed that quest. So dope. We can offer wheat and we'll get +1 throwing attack power. So if we were using pylums. So let's go see if we've got a wheat in here. We do. So let's go ahead and offer up a wheat. Oh, we need to offer up 40 wheat. Okay. That grappling hook. That's to grab that bush. It allows you to grab things. Yeah, there you go. Stuff that you can pick up and throw. Super dope. It's not terribly useful as an offhand, I don't think. But it's cool that it exists. But then we've got all these weapons and stuff. So each of these gods have like a different domain. And so the different stuff that you give them, like these melee weapons, I think add to this god. And then armors add to this god. And then the ranged weapons add to this god. And so we'll put that in there. We'll get a little bit of favor with a few of those gods. And... let's see about... We need some more leather and stuff. Mostly we need some more meats. I go through meat a lot because I suck. But this road, I love this road. And we'll need to make these roads sort of going in every direction. If we look at the map here, there are lots of different directions that I might be able to exit out of this central area that I'm in. And this world is massive, right? Let's go follow this road and I'll show y'all just how far we can go. And we're moving at like double speed. Oop, bear. There's a dungeon there. But we're moving at like double speed and we just keep going and keep going. And this is just the standard size world. They don't have a bigger world, but it's sort of classified as medium in the game. And so I think there's going to be like a bigger size. There's a couple of buckets and some clay. But it's all procedurally generated. So each world is going to look a little different. The layout of the zones is going to be different. I've never seen this before. What's with this dead shit? That's creepy. Now we've got those skeletons. Those skeletons are super hard. What's up here? Nothing really, just a tent. Yeah, but I mean, you can see I've been following this road for fucking ever. And we have yet to hit a world border. Ooh, there's a chest right here. This is really far away from the city. But I have a feeling this chest is going to be good. Nice. Hey, look at that. Some basic supplies. This is something we can turn into the gods. Got some foods, got some good stuff. That's nice. But then we'll just get back on the road. And I just want to go. I want to see how far we can get. Maybe we'll see a desert biome. Because this is plains and that's forest. And then there's a desert biome also. Here it is. Yeah, it looks like it wants us to go through a stronghold. Fuck that. Oh no. I just lost all my stuff down there. Okay, well, guess we go back. But that'll take us through into a desert biome there. If we fight our way through that stronghold. And that's like the hardest biome. So, I mean, what you're seeing up to this point. Oh shit. Yo, that was super hidden. They do a good job of allowing stuff to get hidden like that. The sense of exploration in this game is really good. Because, and I'm sure it's a lot like people who play Terraria. I personally have never played Terraria. But because it's procedurally generated, and certain things are going to happen and exist in certain biomes, and those biomes aren't necessarily always going to end up in the same places, and there's procedural generation is just so cool. Oh god. And really opens things up for an interesting experience. And so I'm really, really enjoying this game. And even just in the state that it's in right now. I mean, y'all haven't seen me get like any special weapons or anything like that. On my last play, where I was just kind of running around on my own. Ooh, nice. I got a spear that had like super fast attack. And so I was attacking like twice as fast as this spear right here. And so I was just like fucking shit up. It was awesome. But you can see sort of where the power progression is going to be. Because even at this sort of low tier that we're at, nice, I got a bee. I assume the queen bees can create beehives. I don't really know how to do that though. At least I hope they can create beehives. Hey, there's a scorpion. Yeah, so we're not going to go back in there because we'll just get killed again. But you can see, I mean, we can come all the way down here and just explore this massive ass world. There's so much, and we could build another city down here if we wanted to, right? Like, I think I have this stuff. Let's see, what do I need? A couple more planks and a couple more sticks. So if we want to, right, let's get ourselves some planks and sticks. We could just start another town down here. Did I get enough sticks? Nope. Need 2 more. Uno. But I love being able to use this spear move to do that attack. So you always have to have a workbench in order to start a city. And you can put workbenches down anywhere. But you'll see I no longer have access to all of those extra structures we had up at the other base. And that's because we haven't founded a city here yet. So now if we get ourselves 1 log and 1 stone, we can go ahead and found another city here. And now when we look in here, all of our structures are back. So now I can create a whole new city here with all the walls that I want and all kinds of everything. So you could have like a big farm, or you could have, if you had a city next to some water, you could do a bunch of like grinding, milling, stuff like that. You can have, different cities that do different things. You could make every city self-sufficient. Eventually there's going to be like automated trade routes, I think, between the cities as part of your logistics. I don't think that's something that you can do right now, but I'm pretty sure it's something that's part of the plan for the game. But yeah, you just put everything down. And so you can just found a whole new city. So we can found cities all over this world and travel around and do stuff. So much fun. But because of that, this game just has a lot of playability, right? You can just keep going and keep going. You can kill the bosses over and over again. You saw we used a road to get down here, but I can make roads. Well, maybe I can't make roads yet, but eventually we can make roads. Oh, no, there we go. Make a road. But you can build the roads and connect the cities and then move faster, right? You can pave your entire town, and then when you're running around inside your town, you'll move faster. And so you could connect your entire world, and that's what so you're not rebuilding the city of Rome, you're rebuilding the Roman Empire in this game. So the goal is to make lots of cities. Different biomes are going to have, different stuff. But it's all very dope. I like it a lot. So let's keep going. Because we don't even have, like, our main city isn't even really built yet. There's lots of copper and coal and stuff down here. I actually might want to go ahead and bring... I need to remember to just bring... Ooh, nice. I need to remember to just bring some carts with me wherever I go. I'm going to get a little crazy right now because I've never really trained just a ton of carts. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to make like 10 carts. Ooh. Dungeon. Oh no. Dungeon room is missing. Writing data file. I hope it didn't kick. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try and get back in. I wonder if it kicked Julius. Well, I was able to get back in fairly quickly. And there's Julius. I guess if your whole group gets lost because it spawned us back at the base, I guess that's a good way. Oh, look, I am glowing. I don't know. I went in a dungeon and let's see. Nope. Nope. Why do I glow? Maybe it's because I'm the host. Maybe that's just like telling you that this is my world. I don't know. Yeah, we can do the owl again. Oh, we're strong enough. We can do it at night. You want to build a farm? Okay. So try and build the farm. So when you put a farmer in here, the farmer will automatically plant on farmland near the farm. So move the farm out a little ways so we can completely encircle it with farmland. Here. We'll go ahead and we'll build farmland. So we'll do this. And then we'll build the farm next to it. Why can't it get built out there? There we go. And then we'll just build... Oh, shit. And then we can just build farmland. Okay. We apparently need to build walls, too. But then we'll build farmland all the way around. And then we'll get rid of this stump. But, okay. So that should give us the ability to just do a ton of farming. And then we put, so you take seeds and you put the seeds inside the chest, just like you do for like the leather worker and stuff. And then the farmer will actually like plant all the seeds and stuff and then gather them up and then put the product back in the chest, which is just awesome. But I love how it cleaves So it's even like cleaving these resources. So if we go down here, we're going to get rid of that stump, because you have to come down here to get rid of stumps. We'll go to the break the stump thing. We'll break that stump. And then it gives us a sapling. So we can actually grow that sapling into a tree. But we'll keep making all of our farmland here. And then, yeah, if we equip a person or assign a person to the farmstead and then put seeds inside the chest in there, then that person will like grow resources and stuff for us. Cabbages and wheat and all that stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm doing so bad this time. My construction level is just like zooming from making all of this farmland. But you'll see it's taking me less and less swings to make these little farm plots because my construction level is getting higher. Now you can see there's somebody in there. So the seeds have gotten planted. And then as the plants grow up and stuff, then the person is going to put all of the product back in the storage. And so we'll get like wheat and cabbages and stuff like that. Just automatically. And then eventually when you have logistics, then you can like get those resources moved to other buildings so that they can craft other things in those buildings. But in order to get to logistics, we have to like kill the desert boss, which I don't even know what the desert boss is. I haven't even gotten there. Decided on recording a series for Cannon Fodder 3 because I recently bought it on Steam. Nice. I've tried to do some like recorded stuff and put out some long form videos, but I'm just bad at editing video and stuff. So it just doesn't do anything to do that. Let's go fight the boss. I love that it shows me that the boss has been spawned, even though I'm super far away. Ow. I think Julius is better than me at this game. Because I just keep getting beat up. I also think there might be iframes with the dodge. Booyah. Got him again. What did we get this time? Hey. Yeah, thanks. Extra helmet. So these helmets are super good. If you take a look here. So this is my regular leather helmet. And then this is the bigger one, or the new feathered one. So we've got +7 armor instead of +3. We've got bonuses to magic damage and +10 health. So that's a huge upgrade. And there's a whole set of gear like that. That's so cool. Everything reacts to my magic. So you can like suck in these feathers and you just poof, shoot them into the air. Oh, that's so dope. Oh my god. The little things that they thought of in this game are so good. They did such a wonderful job. Oh shit, how have we not cleared this yet? We've been slacking, dude. Go over here, we gotta get this key. So this is how you open up key doors in this game. Is you just pick up the key and throw it at it. Which I love. I love how much... Ooh, nice. A rusted copper gladius. I love how much they rely on just like picking up and throwing things in this game. It's got a really cool like retro feel. But then check this out. Fire! That was a little painful. Oh, nice. Another hammer. Not like I'm going to use the hammer, but it exists. Normally, there's a boss in these. That's weird. Super dope. I guess it's not really a boss so much as normally there's like a strong enemy, like that bear that we saw, like that guy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this dude is fucking me up. Stop chasing me. Stop chasing me. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, it rained or something. Or he went and got some water. I don't really know. But look at all them veggies he's growing. I'm going to have a bountiful harvest. You can look on my map. Oh, I'm way down over here. Hopefully this fire nerd isn't like over here waiting for me. Angel guarding my body. I think it kind of went back. I'm gonna see if I can't get this dude. Whoops. Okay. Or maybe after he kills me, he vanished. There's all kinds of ruins and stuff all over, especially in the forest. There seems to be quite a bit of ruins. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm telling you, man, this game seems like it's really easy, and then just all of a sudden, you're getting your ass beat. Whack that thing, get some apples. Nice. Boom, more apples. Hey, another little dungeon over here. And a bunch of copper. Underground jail cell. Nice. This is actually going to give us an opportunity to check another mechanic of this game. Which is these little pads. So they're just like you would expect. They've got to be held down. So if you had a bunch of people, then you could just use people to hold them down. But if you don't, then you get the rocks and you put the rocks on them. And then I could go in here and get the chest. Hey, we got another trinket here that gives bonus to throwing attack power. I'm not using any throwing weapons, so that doesn't really help me. But I can offer it to the gods for some favor. Or we can put it in the chest, and maybe I'll end up using throwing weapons in the future. Or maybe somebody else will want to use them. I love this grass stuff. Because, like, that's super cool. Sometimes there are, like, chests in the grass. So you can, like, clear areas and there will be like a chest in there, which is pretty cool. Things are getting a little grainy. I don't know, there's something off about the frame rate or something right now. Up in that area. Yeah, that was weird. Probably had to do with the fact that all the plants and stuff were there. And so it was registering all those collisions and I don't know. Now that I've gotten so much stronger, it's interesting the way that you play the game changes. Sort of based on how strong you are. Because like I can just nail these dudes. And I can just sit here and let it attack me. It does oh shit, oh shit. Guess I should have not talked so soon. But like I can one-shot those dudes with that magic. So some of the enemies, when you kill them, some of those like satyr dudes, sometimes they can drop these. So fellow Mediterraneans, I am Pizifax, leader of the desert satyrs. You have been encroaching on satyr lands for far too long. My scouts have located one of your settlements and I have readied my troops for an attack. Please accept this declaration of war so we may proceed with the attack. All the best, Pizifax, the almighty conqueror. When it gets daylight again, I'm going to trigger this. So let's go ahead and cook up some meats. Because I want to make sure that I have some. And then we'll go put some food in here. Oh my gosh, they broke all of our chests. We should probably put these chests inside somewhere, but fuck it. All right. While we wait for the daylight to come, I'm going to go inside this building and I'm going to go use the restroom. All right, we back. I've never actually triggered one of these declarations of war before. So I honestly don't even know exactly how it's going to work. Oh, I hope I didn't trigger. It might be at the other town. Uh-oh. I forgot that we like started this town down here. Oh no. Run. Yeah, this is a long ass way. I think we fucked up. Yep. This is definitely where the raid's happening. Oh, it's up here. Okay. Raid is approaching. Oh, I am so fucked. We can build like defenses and stuff. Let's see. Maybe I can get a little something made here real quick. Let's also eat a quick food. Oh, it probably needs rocks. Okay, let's stack up some rocks. Get away. Those are my rocks. Yeah, so I've never done this before. And I've never used one of these catapults. So Oh my god, that was so great. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. Yo, we gotta catapult everything. This is so fucking cool. Oh my god. It doesn't turn, like, immediately. No matter where I put it, it's gonna turn there eventually. But it does take time. Which is... So it's little stuff like that, right? It could just be keyed on there. And it could just throw exactly where I put it. But it doesn't. And that's awesome. It does release. So as soon as you press the button to release it, it does instantly release. And so you do have to be careful. You have to watch it actually rotate around to where you want it to go before you release. We're going to kill this golem because we don't want him taking our stuff. Okay. The raid is here. Is this Potman? No, this is Setimo. We don't have a city named Potman. Did we come to the wrong city? Oh no. That's bad. That's weird, because it triggered, like, right when I get down there. So I don't understand. I don't really understand how that system works. Because I right-clicked it to accept. Those skeletons are hella hard. They will beat your ass. Okay. Maybe we'll make it back before the whole town is destroyed. This is gonna be a sad day. Oh, these are called potmen. Right? Maybe? So it actually wasn't all that scary at all, because they're not really doing anything. They're just running around. New raid report. 10 loyalty, 5 loyalty, 5 loyalty, 10 loyalty. Nice. So we got a bunch of loyalty. And now there's all this debris, which means, yeah, I can like suck up all the debris with my magic. And then we'll launch it into the air. Oh, the rocks don't launch very well. That's so cool, though. We can, like, sweep the debris into piles. My mute button broke, hang on. And now it's not triggering. Ooh. My whole system is fucked up right now. Oh yeah, the whole... I wasn't really paying very close attention to the stream today, but I'm dropping so many frames. I didn't realize. This might not be a streamable game for me. Which is really too bad. But let's go. Yeah, everything is super lagged up right now. Well, let's go help. What's his nuts? Kill this dude again. Oh, you're beating his ass this time. Holy cow. You put out that deeps. I take so much less damage now when he gets me. Nice. Yeah, I mean, we've got so much stronger in that little bit of time. Hey, another pair of boots. I still have this war declaration thing. Dope. And an eyeball. Woohoo. The fact that you can get these feathers to follow you around and then launch them into the air is probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen in a video game. Like, holy shiznit. That is so dope. Look at all our little crops and stuff. God, that's so cool. Man, I'm so sad that I don't think I'm going to be able to stream this game anymore. Because I'm dropping all the frames. My system is just like screaming at me right now. Well, no, I guess we're okay now. I think we just had a really bad spot, and now we're doing just fine. My mute button is still broken, though. Yeah, so that is one thing that maybe isn't great about this game, is that the dungeon loot doesn't seem to respawn, which is a little unfortunate. But maybe that'll change in the future. I'm not really sure. I've got 72 hit points now, which is awesome. Freaking stacked, dude. Just need to make me a better spear. Let's go see what we got over here. Can we make a copper spear? Copper hosta, there we go. And then let's get a pickaxe and an axe. And a shield. Oh, gotta get some coal. All right, let's make all our copper stuffs. Oh, we're gonna get a material storage. Nice. Good call. Let's go see. We should have some wood up here. Weird. It wasn't automatically going in there. Yeah, caps lock puts you into a walk animation instead of a run. All right. Now we just need some clay, which is like right here next to the base. But we need a bucket. Where's our buckets? Doo-doo. There they are. Let's just go ahead and take this whole thing. And we'll go fill up all of these buckets. I wish that I could just, like, drive them over the clay. But you do actually have to... Oh. One of them already had clay in it. Being able to just throw shit and it goes in the thing is awesome. So this material storage is one of the coolest structures in the game. You see, I have 2 more buckets that have clay in them here. And if I walk with the cart, it automatically, see, it put the buckets here, and then it filled this thing up with clay. And I think you just have to pass, like, over the top of things or something. I don't know. But it holds stone, wood, and some other stuff. And you just bring the carts over, and it just boop. And then it's got a huge fucking chest. So you can just keep tons of stuff in here. It's a super cool item. But everything is being super laggy right now. So I actually think I have to stop the stream. Because the whole thing is just broken. I don't, unfortunately, think that hosting this game and streaming is really possible on my computer. Unfortunately. Which is really too bad. So, yeah, thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. This game is called Romestead. It's in a free demo version right now. And that demo is going to be available for like the next 2 weeks. I think they said until March 3rd or longer, potentially, if they decide to extend it. They've got a Discord. They're taking all kinds of feedback through their Discord, bug reports, all kinds of stuff like that. And so far, they've been doing a fantastic job. I've spoken to some of their mods over there. They're really cool and really helpful and really knowledgeable. So, yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed the game. And I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. I will be back tomorrow at my regular time. Probably we'll have to go back to RuneScape. Because if I'm not going to be able to stream this game, then unfortunately, there's no reason to play it. So yeah, I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. And I will see you all on the next one.